we are at Watkins Glen International in the state of New York for the running of the Finger Lakes 200 and the last race on the Northeast Swing in the Target Series. On pole is the 70th Luke Rainey, 2's outside is the 20th Joe Sandrovich, then 30th James McCurligan, 4th Gatlin Downing round at the top 5, your points leader Joe Jefferson, then 6th you have Marcus Sachi, 7th Justin Heath, 8th Jose Fernandez, 9th is Justin Zeddown, ranking at the top 10 of the 32 Code Luigi. Then for the rest of you, got Steve Larker, second in points, Jennifer Buford. Then TJ Henley won this race last season, Michael Sanders. Then John Gammett and Jeff Bright, Juan Garcia, and then Patrick Smith, Jay Jefferson and Wyatt Walker, and Jake Galloway and Jonathan Buford, Jonathan Raines, and then Alexander Rowe, Jim Gammett and then Max Anderson, Michael Ferris and then Jason Larker, Tim Randolph and Steve Morgan, Christian Parker and then Marco Chapez, Roland Cook and then Levi Schoen, John West and then Roland Emmerich, Adam McDowell and Isaac Nichols, Hunter Powers and Alex Stewart. Running up the field, final row, 41st Colton Yo, 42nd is last race winner at Pocono, Eli Bright in the 88. That's your starting lap, Luke Rainey on pole. We'll go down trackside and get the command.
For today's command, Bobby Allison.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
40 engines fire life here for 13 laps around this road course. Left and right turns here today. Luke Rainey on pole, and you have to know this is his best chance to get to victory lane in the Target Series in a while. It's been a long time. Season 2 at Bristol was the last time he went to victory lane in the Target Series. Looking to get back here today after 13 laps. He starts on pole. It's a good shot. Pace car to pit road. As the field comes off the final corner, Sandrovich to Luke Rainey's outside. Down this front stretch. Where will Luke Rainey start this race? Green flag waving, we're racing at Watkins Glen. Sandrovich hangs tough to keep second. Luke Rainey clears for the races. McCurligan back to third. Here comes Joe Jefferson now for that third position. Your points there trying to get up into the top 3. Off into the bus stop they come. Jefferson way off track. He'll lose a few positions right there to Marcus Sachi and Gatlin Downey. As Downey moves now to 4th. Joe Jefferson fighting back. He's going to grab the top 5 back. The race now off of the carousel. Down this long straightaway, entering 6 and 7. Or 10-11, depending on how you look at it. Every team thinks of these corners differently. It could be 6 and 7, 10-11. It could be 1 and 2 for all we know for some teams. Off of the final corner. Lap 1. Luke Rainey leads. Some cars get into the wall back there. I believe the 82 might have been spun. Oh, around goes the 4. Saves it, and now they're crashing on the front stretch. Yellow will come out, the 40 of Christian Parker. I saw the 4, the 7 of Nichols possibly, the 4 of Jason Larker did in fact go around. These guys got stopped. They took the caution flag. These guys will be racing back to take the caution flag, and it's a long ways back. Luke Rainey trying to lead Sandrovich back. Let's go set up a restart for Luke Rainey trying to deal with. 01 James McCurligan way in the grass. Gatlin Downey might try and take advantage to get to 3rd. And Rainey has a pretty good gap over Sandrovich. He can just back down these final 2 corners. He'll probably be able to get ahead at the stripe. That was a big crash on the front stretch. Thought I saw the A1 of Alexander Ramos get turned, and that probably just evolved from that, really. Coming into the final corner, Luke Rainey going to lead them back on lap 2. Sandrovich will be 2nd. Rainey up the track a little bit. If he got into the wall, that could have been bad. As they come off the final corner, Rainey leads us back to the caution flag. Sandrovich will be 2nd, and James McCurligan 3rd. So let's see what happened. The 4 involved of Jason Larker, the 40 of Christian Parker. They'll have some heavy damage. John West as well in the 89. Marco Chapez in the 41. A lot of cars with damage here at Watkins Glen. Let's see how this crash started. Here just coming off the final corner. Alexander Rowe and some others get into the wall. Rowe gets into the 31, I believe that is, almost spins down the track. Then they're 3 wide. They're trying to get around. They exceed the 04, and then the 4 is trying to merge back onto the track from the grass. Yepez gives him no room. Tim Randolph involved as well. 4 spins. 41 comes up into John West, gets Christian Parker, and Parker spins down the front stretch, gets the 05 again, and the A9 spins around as well. That brings out the caution flag, and that was a pretty big crash right there. McDowell in the 16, also with damage. Right there had it safe, and then right there, once again, far into the wall, and a lot of cars involved in this one. A lot of guys were able to get stopped and just get around at a slow pace. Let's go on board with Eli Brent, the 88 last race winner at Pocono. He's in the top 5 in points, trying to keep it up there. At that point, you're better stopping. You're already taking the caution flag, so he's not racing back. Better off just probably stopping and making sure you get through it. Luke Rainey, the 70, led them back. They'll probably stay out on the track, and Luke Rainey will lead us back to the green flag. Coming back green this time. No cars retired from that crash. All 42 cars still left in the race. Luke Rainey out front the 70. Second is Joe Sandrovich. Third, James DeKerligan. Fourth, Gatlin down your points there. Joe Jefferson still in the top 5. They have Jose Fernandez in 6th. DeMarcus Sachi 7th. Justin Heath 8th. Justin Zeidel 9th. And Code Luigi rounding out the top 10. Just outside the top 10, Steve Larker, Jennifer Buford second in points. And TJ Hanley won this race last season. So pace car in. Luke Rainey has control to start once again. As he comes down the front stretch into the restart zone. When does he restart this race? Steps on the gas to the end. Green flag back out. Pretty good restart there for Joe Sandrovich. He timed it right on the back bumper. Some cars already pulling low. The 66, the 33 also pull low. Oh, Jose Fernandez way off course. Luigi getting past as the 33 Steve Larker trying to break into the top 10. As Luke Rainey pulls away from Joe Sandrovich and DeKerligan as they race up through the S's. Battle for second, DeKerligan onto the back of Sandrovich. Couldn't make a move there, fall back in line. But he might do a crossover right here. He does down this long straightaway, entering the bus stop. DeKerligan is the outside lane. Sandrovich down low, trying not to give it up. And DeKerligan will fall back to third. Sandrovich keeps second, but the 01 fighting back to the inside in the carousel. Sandrovich keeps second. As the front 5 pull away, Sachi's now 7th. Heath is 8th. Fernandez kicked back to 9th. It looks like Justin Zeidel might be the top 10. I don't know how that's possible. I think Zeidel is still 9th. Just can't count. Look at this. Joe Jefferson around the outside. He got into the wall. That was not a smart move. He went to the outside, Downey. And instead will get into the wall hard and lose a few positions as some other cars back there at the wall pretty hard. 66, the 23, and the 22 all go around. So Joe Jefferson kicked back to 8th for now. Zeidel is now 9th. Steve Larker is 10th. 4 11th. TJ Hanley and Luigi. Hanley will grab it. Luigi's still on the fade backwards after this restart. Jeff Beaver moved to his inside, hoping he can just get down line now. Look at this big battle. Larker and Zeidel. That's for 9th. Joe Jefferson going to try and settle into 8th position right here. Is TJ Hanley wondering where he's going to go once he gets into this battle. This is for a top 10 spot. Pushing the 33 of Larker into the bus stop. Big run there for Steve Larker. Can he hold it? Still to his inside, but barely. Can Justin Zeidel clear off the carousel? No. Great battle here inside the top 10. It's for 9th, 10th, and 11th as TJ Hanley's joined the battle. Buford is now 12th. And then Luigi kicked back to 13th as Luigi might try and gain a spot right here as Buford got really loose off of turn number 6 there. But 32 might get into the wall. He does, just like his teammate Joe Jefferson on the previous lap. Went to the outside to try and pass it. Instead, it's going to hurt him. He might lose a spot or two right here as Michael Sanders goes by, and behind Wyatt Walker trying to get to his inside, but Luigi gets down line in the 14th position. And here comes Joe Jefferson trying to fight his way back. He's going for 7th now underneath Marcus Sachi. And he'll get it easily. So Joe Jefferson now back up to 7th. No real battles inside the top 5. As Luke Rainey and Joe Sandrovich, 1-2 have pulled away. Gatlin Downey's third. DeKerligan has been kicked back to 5th after he probably got into the wall coming off the final corner. Look at that single file all the way down. No real battles here. Marcus Sachi back on the back of Joe Jefferson. Jefferson trying to run away with that 7th position. Back there, Luigi trying to get a spot back, it looks like. So he's trying to get around Wyatt Walker. And the 81 for... Or no, Walker's trying to pass him, excuse me. I believe he's going to make the pass right there. So Wyatt Walker gets around the 32. So Luigi fading here. Jeff Bright hard to the wall. Look at the 32 coming back. Jeff Bright will lose a few positions right there as Code Luigi will get that position back. We'll move up front. Jose Fernandez for 5th on James DeCurrigan. He's going to get it easily. Luke Rainey and Joe Sandrovich have pulled away, and Sandrovich trying to run that 70 car down. Talk about a long time for Luke Rainey. It's been since season 2. It's been a long time for Joe Sandrovich since he's been to victory lane in the Target Series. He wants one badly. Luke Rainey wants one pretty badly as well. This could be his chase hopes. He's down towards the back of the points. I believe he's like 41st or 40th, somewhere around there. So he really wants this win badly. Sandrovich digging. Sandrovich up near the top of the points list, inside the top 10. So he needs this badly as well. Joe Jefferson and Marcus Sachi in a battle back there. Looks like it gets single file sorted out. Up front. Sandrovich a little bit better corner right there. Rainey leading another lap. He's led every lap so far today. The battle for 9th was getting interesting, but Zaddell pulls away from Steve Larkin. Is actually closing on the 66, and Marcus Sachi now for a position for 8th. TJ Henley now trying to hunt down Steve Larkin, get into the top 10. Not been in the Target Series season TJ's wanted. Trying to turn the season around right here at Watkins Glen and maybe provide some momentum coming into these final few races before the chase. Still a lot of time left before the chase starts. Henley can try and get that momentum rolling. Trying to get into the chase once again in the Target Series. He's trying to hold off Jennifer Buford second in points for 11th. Back up to the race lead. 3 cars now pull away as Gatlin Downey run down Joe Sandrovich. He is coming with a head of steam onto that 20 car. Downey performed fairly well at the beginning of this season. He had the points lead, but then he's kind of faded. He's still trying to hang on. He's right now 3rd in the race, so not too bad there. Larker in the 33 way up the track. That could be the 10th position gone for him. Hanley did not have an advantage, though, to get to the bottom lane, and will keep their respective positions. Downey can get by Sandrovich right here. He might have a shot. Up through the S's. Look at this 20 slipping right there. Gatlin Downey gonna try and go around the outside of the carousel. All the way up against that white line, something you don't normally see through that corner. Sandrovich keeps 2nd. They'll come around and see 3 laps to go this time. No battles inside the top 10. Everyone has calmed it down. Justin Ethan 4th, just trying to stay where he is. Jose Fernandez in 5th, really has no contest around him either. DeCurrigan 6th is kind of backing up a train of Joe Jefferson, Marcus Sachi, Zaydell, Larker, Hanley, and then Jennifer Buford. Oh, Larker up high once again. Hanley going to try and take advantage, this time down the front stretch. He has a run entering turn 1. Can't get to his inside, though. Into turn 1, 3 laps to go. Hanley has the position down low for 10th. And Larker goes up the track, and the 44 car breaks into the top 10. TJ Hanley now to 10th. Larker kick back to 11th. Jennifer Buford 12th. Sanders 13th. Code Luigi 14th. Wyatt Walker's your top 15. Points there. Joe Jefferson should be able to keep that points lead. He's right now 7th, but still has 2.5 laps to go. If he can hang on in that 7th position, should be your points leader. Downey once again onto the 20 of Joe Sandrovich, but cannot make the move. And meanwhile, Luke Rainey's loving what he's seeing. The 52 starts battling the 20. Easily pull away. Justin Ethan now closing in, making a 4-car race at the front. But can anyone do anything with Luke Rainey, who has led every lap? He's going to make it 11 of 11 this time by with 2 laps to go. Sandrovich trying a little bit of a lower lane there, pulled away from Gatlin Downey, but I don't think he closed down Rainey any. Downey really messed up that final corner. 2 laps to go. 20 was about a 10th faster that time by, but it's not going to be enough to try and pass that 70. You have to be right in their back bumper, entering that inner loop and try it right there. Or even try it in turn 1. They mess up off the final corner, try it going down to turn 1, like TJ did to Steve Larker, and then you may have the advantage. So Sandrovich just pulled away from Downey. He has a little bit of breathing room now to try and run down the 70, but he has a lap and a half to do it. It's just going to be so hard for Sandrovich to try and do that. Talked about the long winless streak for Luke Rainey, for Joe Sandrovich. Bristol was Rainey's last win in Season 2. And now he's leading. He's led every lap at Watkins Glen. He's pulling away from the 20th Sandrovich. As he comes down, he'll see the white flag this time. So the final 2 turns. No contest around him. Second, third, and fourth battling for themselves. Off of the final corner. Sandrovich into the wall hard. Gatlin down to grab second and just needs to third. White flag for Luke Rainey. One more time around Watkins Glen. Sandrovich back to fourth, possibly even fifth, as Jose Fernandez looks to his inside, entering turn 1. Battle for fourth. Fernandez going to take it from Sandrovich as the 20 car nailed the wall hard, come out the final corner. And now Gatlin Danny has half a lap trying to run down Luke Rainey in clean air, but I don't think it's going to happen. Here they come. The bus stop. Very important. As long as Luke Rainey makes it through, he might have this race in the bag. Through the bus stop. Rainey driving it hard, a little bit up the track. Gatlin Danny a little bit better through that corner. He's onto the back bumper. Rainey now has to make it off of the final corner without making a mistake. Into the final 2 corners they will come. Rainey trying to dominate, lead every lap. Gatlin Danny going to try and steal it at the end. To the final 2 corners. Rainey has Gatlin Danny on his bumper. Can't make it through turn 7. Final corner. Rainey makes it off, Downey higher. Luke Rainey dominates at Watkins Glen. He'll win for the first time since Season 2 at the Finger Lakes 200. Front 5 come across 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the 32 car Code Luigi lost many positions on the last lap. It's like he faded there at the end. Luke Rainey from the pole. And he's a winner once again in the Target Series here at Watkins Glen. Let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Finger Lakes 200 at Watkins Glen. There was only 1 caution flag for 2 laps and 0 lead changes. Only 1 driver led this race. That was Luke Rainey from the pole, leading all 13 laps. Gatlin Downey tried his hardest at the end. On that last lap, he was close and tried it all in turn 7, but ended up overdriving. He ends up second. Justin Ethan third. Jose Fernandez fourth, and Joe Sandrovich kicked back to 5th on those final 2 laps. Then James McCurry in 6th. Your points leader Joe Jefferson keeps that points lead with a nice 7th place finish. Great consistency this season. Marcus Sachi in 8th. Justin Seidel 9th, and TJ Henley rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Jennifer Buford finishes 12th, right where she started. She keeps that second in points. Code Luigi was 3rd in points coming to this race. Started 10th, was up around the top 10 all day. He was, around 13th, 14th on that white flag lap, but falls back to 19th, but still keeps that 3rd in points. Look down at the rest, 21st to 40th. The 40, the 89, the 41 had a lot of damage from that crash. They're all involved. 88 started back there. Eli Bright could not make his way forward. Colton Yo's also stuck back here. Ends up 33rd. Jason Larker and Emmett McDowell also involved in the crash. All of them finish off the pace, 42nd to 39th. Let's go look at the point standings. We're done with the Northeast swing. Here are the points. Joe Jefferson still has that points lead. 8 top 10s now this season, 3 top 5s. Jennifer Buford second in points, 3 top 5s and 3 top 10s. Code Luigi is now 3rd in points. Jonathan Buford is 4th. Joe Sandrovich moves his way up to 5th. He's actually tied for 4th. So Sandrovich, some great consistency, but he might need a win to get into that chase because of how great the 30 car has been performing. Jim Gambit is 6th. Jose Fernandez 7th. Eli Bright kicked down to 8th, but still has that win to get into the chase. Steve Morgan 9th, and Gatlin Downey now up to 10th with that consistency. So there's your top 20. In the top 20, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winners. It's kind of funny how all of them are even numbers inside the top 10. You have 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th with a win. And then down. So that's 7 winners. And then as we look down 21st to 40th, 8 right there with Alexander Rowe, 9 with Tim Randolph, 10 with Justin Seidel, 11th with Adam McDowell. They are all right now in the chase because they're top 30 in points. Luke Rainey has a win now after his Watkins Glen when he's up to 40th in points. He needs to somehow break into the top 30. He's over 100 points behind, but it's definitely possible. We've seen anything happen. So that's right now, what did I say, 10, 11 winners inside the top 20, inside the top 30. Hunter Powers there with the win, obviously, we said probably near impossible for him to try and make the chase. And of course, Joe Jefferson has a spot as long as he's the points leader. No matter what, the points leader overrules someone with the win, so Jefferson could possibly make his way in even on consistency. So the next race ends the Northeast Swing, the Pepsi 300 at Charlotte. See you guys then.